Hello, 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 hello. How are we all doing? We all okay? Great to see you all on this very red day in the market. As Bitcoin is fighting for its life. Let's see who we got. Got Kai Droff saying, I'm first. You was first, Kai. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before. If I have, do apologise. But do make sure you sub. Everyone make sure you drop a like on the stream, please. Let's get the likes going. Mohammed, how we doing? Thank you very much for joining. Great to see you. Mike Munn said, made it at last. You have, mate. Yes, Reggie, man. How we doing? How do, Dave? Are you here to save us? we can look at the hopium, can't we? We can look at the hopium. Are you going to pump the charts, Dave? Well, if it doesn't pump from here, mate, we're all in trouble, aren't we? We are all in trouble. Hello, Kaz. How we doing? Scotty, Charisma, my man. Waylander, yes, mate. Richard, wake up. Yeah. All right, Crypto J. How we doing, everyone? Big thank you for joining the stream. Do make sure you drop a like. Get the likes going. Do subscribe if you're new as well. Sailor buying. Mate, Sailor blew it, didn't he? Again. Exactly. You know what we was talking about the other day with Sailor? This is exactly the reason why I think, in my personal opinion, he shouldn't just be raising this money and then just blowing it as soon as he gets it. What an opportunity it will be to buy here. He bought with an average of 97k. He's down almost 10% already on that buy. If he would have just held on to it a little bit longer, he would have been able to buy a lot lower and been able to lift the lows. But yeah, there we go. I mean, sometimes I think, why blow it all at once when you get it? Just save some to the side for a crash like this. I mean, if I was him, I'd be getting worried, because what's absolutely fascinating now is, even just looking at the chart like this, we can see Sailor's average entry now, which is around here, can't we? It's around 66k now. We used to. So, for anyone interested, when we was ranging in here, his average entry was all the way down here. It was around 38k, something like that. That was around his average entry. Now we're up here, and his average entry is all the way here. So yeah, I don't get it. Sometimes I do just think, just keep a bit of powder to the side. You know, you don't need to just blow it straight away when you get it. But there we go. He's a billionaire and I'm not, so you know there is that too. Going around for donations, he has proper FOMO. He loves it, doesn't he? He loves it. I'm longing from 87k. I'm doing a workout while listening. The best streamer in the world. Oh, mate, you're too kind. You're too kind. You're making me blush. But yeah, have a good workout. What are you training today, mate? What are you working out? What's on the pump list? Hopefully Bitcoin, but yeah. We'll have a look to see what's going on, what we could possibly get from here. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream now and subscribe and follow if you're new. Right, let's get some levels marked out, shall we? Shall we get some levels marked out? I think we probably should. So first one, protocol is this. Standard, you know, range low region, whether you want to draw it as a zone, or you know, maybe you want to pop a little line on it like that instead. Completely up to you. I just prefer to work in zones than lines. So that's the first one in it. The next one I'm going to pop on is the potential sweep of here. So let's have that in white. Now we could also, let me turn that off. We could also have this kind of mapped out as like a zone. around like here. We could also do that if we wanted to. But pretty much, this is what we're dealing with on the daily. So we've come into, obviously, this short consolidation here. We've dropped out of the range. Now, we could drop lower and sweep 85k. The last wick. That's like the last line of defense, that in it for sweeping liquidity. Otherwise, it's lights out. So that's one opportunity that we've got potentially. And we'll name that now. Let's name it. Potential sweep. Now, we need to reclaim here. Must reclaim. Now, if I where would this go here? Oh, right, okay. I've never typed into a box before. If I did, let's see, style, inside. Oh, look at that. That inside. I think inside. Oops. Inside, right. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, so we need to reclaim this zone here. That's a given. We could also see a bit of consolidation like we got previously in here. But basically, what don't we want? Well, we don't want to break down, that's for sure. We do not want to break down. Now, if we mark on some levels on the weekly, let's go and have a look on a weekly chart. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's have a look. I think we'll do that one and we'll do that one because I think that should line up pretty nicely on the daily as well. If I'm right. Oh, yeah, that looks good to me. Right. So this would be the zone I would expect it to come into if we were to break down further. Now, in my opinion, we don't want this. This is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. Let me put this on here. We do not want this. This is really bad. Yeah, we don't want to see that happen. We're in really dangerous territory if we get this. I do very much fear for the market. And I don't think we do get this. For anyone wanting to buy down here, computer says no, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't think that we get it. I don't think that we go this low. But we really don't want to see it. We wouldn't mind a sweep of 85. Yeah, ideally, is that we just get a real strong day and we have kind of a day like this. Where we dropped below here and just full absorption. If we got full absorption and closed the daily anywhere around 92, 93k, that would be really, really good luck for it. Big lower wick. And obviously what happened after that is we got a nice push to the upside. That might be a bit of a pipe dream today because we've got a great deal of weakness in the SP 500 at the moment as well, which isn't ideal. So yeah, that might be somewhat of a dream that we might not get. Until then, let's have a look at the weekly. So if we look at the weekly, we have this low here. Now this low is quite key because that is the current yearly low that we've got. So that is the lowest that Bitcoin has gone this year. Now, here's a little bit of hopium for you. This is currently, now we've got a long, long way to go. You know, we've got 5 days, 11 hours. We've got a long, long way to go. Anything could happen in this time. However, at the moment, this is putting in a swing failure pattern, an SFP. of this low. Now we want, if we swing failure pattern this, which we don't really want to close below the range. Ideally, obviously, we end the week back inside the range. But swing failure pattern of this would be really good, because what would we have done? Well, it would literally have just been a liquidation event. It would have just been searching for liquidity. And notice as well, what's key to remember on this move is that we've took a lot of liquidity from the left that never got swept on the way up. So we obviously had this build up of daily wicks that never got swept. Now we've took everything down to here. We've not took this one, but we've took this one, this one. I know that one took one of them. So yeah, not looking too bad, I don't think, at the moment. I don't think it's as bad as everyone thinks. Binance cracking, Coinbase screwed us all over, really. Really unseen mafia practices. Binance has been selling a lot of Solana. Binance has been selling a lot of Solana through Wintermute. Really interesting. Still waiting for my FTX payment, so I'm happy for the dump. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. Look at the heat map. I can look at the heat map. Yeah, we don't want to fill in that fair value gap, though. This is really bad. Anyone who's hoping for this, you're really shooting yourself in the foot, because this would be very bearish. A retest of this range would be very bearish. I would be more certain than ever that this is the top if we drop down here. A lot of people probably think, oh yeah, drop down there, SR test, whoa, all the way back to new highs. No. If we learn anything from this cycle, what have we learned from this cycle? What have we learned from this cycle? That Bitcoin has one volatile move and then consolidates forever. So we might not even get a reaction from there. We might even go back into the range, but let's just say it does come down here. What we probably get is this for bloody months on end towards the end of the year. And then a push back up. Rejection from the previous low. Macro lower high. Lights out. We really don't want that. In my opinion, of course. Will be lights out for the cycle, in my opinion. So we don't want that. So we do have 200 MA at 81. But we also have let me pull this up. $200 EMA. So we've got 200 moving average, just below 82k, and we also have the 200 EMA, just below 86k. Now, for me, this is really good. Something that we're seeing. ETH, Sol, Bitcoin, I have send it all to Wintermute. Interesting, yeah. Interesting. So yeah, this is a little bit of a bolster with these two being here, in the belief that we don't go down here. But it's pretty simple. It's as simple as this. So we'll see what happens today anyway. We need a strong day on the stock market today. We need less of the selling, more of the buying on the stock market to give Bitcoin some strength to maybe get back inside this range. So yeah, that's where we're up to on Bitcoin anyway. Stonksy caught a monster short on the 1 hour, which is still open as well. That is 7.5% capture at the moment from the open. So for anyone who caught that, well done. But yeah, that is current outlook on Bitcoin. Are we long or short, boys? Well, I mean, I don't think here is the position to be shorting from, is it? You've missed it. You've missed the chance to short. I wouldn't be shorting here. I closed my short far too early on that. Yeah, I think some people said that yesterday as well. Do you think Nvidia earnings will have much effect tomorrow? Likely, of course, volatility, yeah. Likely cause volatility, for sure. Let's have a look at the liquidation heat map anyway. Big old liquidity. Upwards now. Yeah, upwards on the 3-day. There's not really much to the downside, is there? On the 2-week time frame, again, not much, cleared it all out to the downside. Big run of liquidity to the downside. Look at that. Big run of liquidity downwards, and there's plenty around 100k now for the taking. So interesting, yeah. Interesting outlook of liquidity. Let's see. Big old chunk at that previous range high. But there's so much in there for a leg higher. So much for a leg higher. Can you link that? Link what? What do you want me to link? Do make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe. It's massively appreciated. Please do be so kind. Oh no, got rid of that. The liquidation heat map site. It's just CoinGlass. Just type in on Google Bitcoin liquidation heat map, and it's CoinGlass. First one that comes up, and then you just go on it. Select model 2. I choose symbol, and then yeah, whatever time frame you want. What you think of Litecoin? Litecoin was having a really good time of it. So this is my thoughts on Litecoin at the moment. Pretty much it's just ranging. Really simple range. We've got resistance. We've got support down here. We rejected again the other day and sold off, obviously heading back down towards the range lows. But Litecoin has been looking strong while many things have been looking weak. I was expecting, if it was breaking out, I expect to run to 165 and then 208. But until then, it's probably largely reliant on Bitcoin breaking out now. I don't understand. Is this English? Turn on subtitles, mate. Turn on subtitles. You're more than welcome. to when Bitcoin to 73k. That's not a good thing. That's as we've covered before. Bitcoin going that low is not a good thing. Everyone who wants this is going to be really, really hard done by if it actually comes. Because, in my opinion, anyway, if we go this low, that's the end of the cycle. So, I think it's a case of be careful what you wish for with this. If we go back down here to retest this SR, I think it's a case of be very, very careful what you wish for, because this is not what we want to see. Would you be able to show the indicator, please? I can do. Yes. Imagine Project, how are we doing? Do you have an Indian accent? No. I just have to put my face closer to the screen or zoom. What's that for, Kaz? What's that for? I have no spot this cycle, so I'm all good with short, baby. Yeah, but it's a case of be careful what you wish for. This will not be bullish. Don't get caught up in a pipe dream of, oh, we just need to dip a bit more and then go to new highs. No subtitles enabled. Do people actually want subtitles? I thought that was a kind of just a joke. Surely people don't actually want subtitles. Yeah. This is a case of you sound Indian or Pakistani. Definitely not English or American or South America. You are heavily, heavily mistaken, my friend. You must have a really poor quality sound system. If you think I'm Indian or Pakistani, you must have a really. What are you listening to this on? A brick. Everyone's laughing at you. Everyone's laughing at you. How does bro say you sound Indian? I have no idea. He must be listening to it on a very strange sound system, mustn't he? I have no idea. What an odd thing to say. What an odd thing to say. But yeah, they're just messing with you. Keep on. I know, mate. I know, Dave. I know. Don't worry. You become used to anyone trying to troll you. That's for sure. It's more funny than anything. I mean, I don't really know how you could take offense to that, because it's just simply like the most wrong thing you've ever heard in your life. I am definitely English, that's for sure. But yeah, we press on anyway. So let's look at ETH. And what I want to do today is, let me show the indicator as well. Someone asked for the indicator. What I'm guessing you mean the short it's caught. Again, I think you must just have a really bad sound system, mate. If you seem to be hearing things that a lot of people in the chat aren't hearing, so I think you maybe should turn around and point the finger at yourself, because yeah, you seem to be a standalone character. So you crack on, and I'll crack on as well. Anyway, yeah, so this is the short that Stonksy caught. So if you don't know what Stonksy is a trading indicator and trading bot. Obviously, the green and red backgrounds indicate long and short opportunities in the market. And we did go short on it, 96,500. And yeah, obviously captured a really nice move in it so far. Now, we did release the trading bot late last week, so users have access to the trading bot now, which is fantastic, really. So yeah, if you do want to get Stonksy, the link's in the description. That's the second link. And you do get full indicator access, Discord access, and access to the trading bot, like I've just mentioned, yeah. But let's go and have a look. We'll mark out ETH now, shall we? Let's have a look at what ETH's doing. And we'll go from scratch today. While we're getting such a volatile move in the market, we'll go from scratch. And we'll just mark it all out together and see what you guys think. Right, so where are we on ETH at the moment? Well, we're back within this range, aren't we? Maybe it's all the Curry did. Must be, mate, mustn't it? It must be. Yeah, you got me there. So where are we at the moment? Well, we are currently going back to testing these lows, aren't we, of the previous. There was a special of 20% cabbages. I got 20 of them. I seem to be getting a lot of flatulence. I want to. What do you go to curry? I just like a standard tikka masala. What about you? What's everyone's favorite curry? I just like a standard chicken or lamb tikka masala. I've got my life savings in Litecoin. Okay, what was your entry? I suppose is my first question. Have you got a bit of room, or where have you entered with your life savings in Litecoin? Sorry, can't listen to this. It's just too funny. Well, that's not how you spell funny, is it? Good luck all. No problem. You like Koi, so you are Indian. That's very stereotypical of you, isn't it, Kai? Really? Just assuming that because I like curry, I'm Indian. That's not. It's not very. It's not very nice of you, that is it? That must mean that most people in this chat is that SMFC. Does that mean that you're Indian as well? Imagine Project, maybe you're Indian as well. Who knows? But very stereotypical to just assume that because I like curry, I'm Indian. I put 80k in at like 8. Oh, well, to be fair, you've got a little bit of room then, haven't you? You've got a little bit of room. Where is it at the moment? LTC. 112. Yeah, you've got a bit of room. So, yeah, hopefully it comes off for you, mate. I mean, yeah, obviously the upside targets we're looking at were 160 something, wasn't it, and 208. So that would net you a nice profit, to be fair, if it comes off. All just depends on what happens with the market, doesn't it? At the moment, it is just ranging. Chicken chili masala. Okay, Simon. This must be a meme. Nobody put their life savings into Litecoin. Apparently, did. I love a curry. Curry is the British national dish. I would say it is the best. It is probably the best form of cuisine. Yeah. Lamb Karachi. That's what SMFC said. This was Karachi as well. Yeah, we all must be Indian. You sound Indian. You like Indian food. Okay. Whatever you want to believe. Doesn't really bother me too much. Praying it hits 200 this year. I think we're all praying at this moment in time, aren't we? DJs. Let's guess the accent. Speak over on corn. No. And no. No and no. But you're not really too far off. To be fair, PL, you're not too far off. But no, too south, too south of the area. Just add curry powder to scouse. Do you know what? That would be nice. No, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. That's not how you spell smack. So I would probably say you need to go and read a dictionary, or potentially at least learn how to spell before you come in and try and troll. There's so many weird people around, isn't there? Crosby. Close. Just had a baguette and my friend. Well, that's it. We're living in a world where you are what you eat. Ty Groff is Martini guy. Anyway, let's get back onto charting. So, currently testing, obviously a key point on ETH in terms of structure-wise. Now, if we was to drop below here, where would we be going? I think this area. I was in Liverpool and plenty of smackheads there. It's a good job that I never go there, then, isn't it? Yes, I very rarely go there. So, yeah, good job that I don't go there. But you find that in most places now. Most places, especially when you go into city centres now. Unfortunately, you do see a lot of people struggling, don't you? So yeah, if we was to break below this current daily region that we've got, as we can see here, when we've had liquidation events on ETH in the past, August 5th, where did it stop? Around here. 3rd of February, early this month, where did it stop? Around here. So this sort of 2,100 region is very, very key. Also is SR as well on the high time frame. Right. And then if we pull up the structure as well, what do we have? Pull this back a little bit more, can we? We've also obviously got this diagonal as well, which sort of interlocks with here. Now, what does this mean for ETH? This is, I don't think it can really be underestimated how critical this is for ETH. If it doesn't bounce here, then we've got obviously a chance for a decent reaction around here. In the event we break the diagonal, it's not the end of the world, because if we break the diagonal, we could still halt around here and then reclaim the diagonal. But my main concern would be breaking the horizontal around 2,100, which would obviously coincide with breaking the diagonal. If we do that, I think it's lights out for ETH, and we then start to trade down towards, if I can get it, can't get it on the magnet, sort of this region down here, 1.5. Now that's obviously worst case scenario. That is worst case scenario that we do that. For now, we're not looking too bad. Now this is why I say also for people hoping for Bitcoin to go down to 73, 74, 72K, whatever it may be. We don't want this for Bitcoin in terms of the structure, because I think it would just completely just eradicate any potential new highs. But also then you translate that to other assets like ETH and Sol. What would that do for ETH? We'd most certainly smash through both of these. And then we're sort of back within this sort of trading range then. And we'd definitely be going all the way up, all the way down towards 1.5, which we don't want. So, what's this here? So, yeah, we don't want this. We want to either bounce from here, or if we, if Bitcoin does go down to that 85k level, we want to bounce from the diagonal, or maybe a fast liquidation towards 2,100 and then bounce again. But pretty much, we really don't want to lose both of them, or one of them, ideally. So, yeah, that's where we're at on ETH. Now, to the upside, where would we be going? Well, it's pretty simple, isn't it? We've got clear. It's just back within this range. So, clear resistance here. It had a little pop and then obviously slammed back down. So, for now, until we break the range at either side, we are trading between both levels. I'm currently working on a gas leak in L3. All right, okay. Very nice. Stay away in May. Dump. Then pump. I don't know. You could probably see another quiet summer, couldn't you? Stonksy, how we doing? How do I explain? Great to see you, mate, as well. How's things? How will I get to explain a 4-year gap in CV? Just say you was doing some soul searching, or you was trading capital markets. Say you were trading international capital markets. We could set up a short squeeze. I think we're sort of already approaching that kind of region now, Arauchi, to be honest. We took most of the below liquidity. GMG, yes, Coffee, how we doing, mate? Great to see you. Coffee's an absolute legend. Do make sure you all drop a like on the stream and subscribe. Why do I think that UID is some weird new disease? Stay away from them UIDs. Hello, Coffee. Some soul searching. That's it. That's it. True, we technically are squeezing up already. There's not really much more liquidity to the downside, and we're at key levels across the board. So this is where we're at on ETH anyway. In this range, obviously, we lose the range low. We're probably going to come and test the diagonal again, which is pretty much just below anyway. But then crucially, obviously, 2,100, very, very key level. If we lose that, we are in trouble. But yeah, I think for anyone who's looking at Bitcoin, that's it. That's what we've got. So that's where we're at with Bitcoin as well. Now we'll do Sol next. Let's have a look at Sol. Sol, pretty easy to be honest again. When Sol season, oh mate, oh, I want it. I want Sol season back. When Dave season, I suppose it's Dave season every day, isn't it? That you tune in for the live streams. So where are we on Sol? Well, I think there's two key downside levels to Sol. I think we'll go with a line on this one instead of a zone. So we're kind of around the first point of interest for Sol, in my opinion, in this bit here. We've obviously had a really big sell-off on Sol. If we don't here, then 125 is kind of like the daily line in the sand, where if we go below that, oh yeah, we are in trouble then. But again, much like we've obviously discussed on Bitcoin, ETH, it's actually not really that bad. Sentiment is bad. But really, when you just look at the chart, it's not actually too bad, depending on obviously what happens today and over the next few days. But it's not terrible yet. It could get a lot worse. But yeah, we're at this point on Sol where I think this could act as like a nice little bounce region here. If not, like I said, we're probably going down to test 125. Now, what are we going to get from here? Bounce up towards 160. Again, previous SR was holding it as well up to last week. That will be the first test to see if we can reclaim that. And then it'll just be level by level again. We reclaim this. Okay, that's quite bullish. Let's target 190 and then so on. Obviously, we could come up here and reject, which then we potentially look to form something like this, like we did last time. So we reject, come down, maybe range in here, and then have another go at getting back to the upside. So Sol, again, and that's if we bounce from here. If we don't, I do think we get a strong reaction from here because this is pretty much do or die for Sol. As we can see from all last year, this was the region where selling pressure was absorbed and the price held consistently around this level. So I suspect upon testing that again, we do get a strong reaction if we get there and then potentially get something like this. But yeah, a reclaim of 160 then. Yeah, we're looking up towards 190 then. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's catch up on the chat. Oh, God. No. I want to say no, don't do that. You think BNB is a good choice now? CZ will want to deploy his robbings in it. It's completely up to you. I don't own any BNB. I have no interest in BNB. So I suppose it just depends on what your thesis is around it. Personally, I have no interest in it. So I can't really comment. Total 3 daily looking like it might bounce. Thoughts of this being a wick-off reaccumulation? Yeah, I think there's definitely evidence to say this is reaccumulation or distribution. You could have both, to be honest, when you're using wick-off profit. You could say that this is reaccumulation because this is pretty much just like down here, isn't it? We saw this repeatedly down here. And it didn't end up being distribution. Obviously, it was reaccumulation. Here, again, you know, we saw this here. We got a big sell-off here. We got, obviously, a monster sell-off here. This was when the Nikkei dropped significantly and everything just kind of crashed. We've saw this type of liquidation event, you know, repeatedly on Bitcoin over the years. Again, this could just be flushing people out, scaring people, taking downside liquidity, and then obviously rallying it up. But we've got levels to look at. So yeah, we'll just obviously have to go around that. But until we reclaim, sort of, I would like to see 92k reclaimed. Until then, we're sort of in no man's land, aren't we? And maybe watching for a sweep of 85. But we definitely don't want to go down here. This is not what people want. I know why people want to say it, because they think, oh, that would be a perfect retest. You know, be a nice retest of the previous range. In my opinion, we don't want that. So, but we'll see. What have we got coming up? Yeah, I don't know what that guy was talking about, to be honest, Jordan. No idea. I think he's gone anyway. Seems to have gone. We're all trying to figure that out, yeah. P not having a rip. I think memes have held quite well, haven't they? Did anyone win the Rolex? Binance done this with Winston. Yeah, apparently they were selling off quite a bit, weren't they? So again, is it just grabbing liquidity? Who knows? I just want the Stonksy background color change. Yeah, don't we all? Jalapeno is heading to the airport for East Denver as we speak. Yes, Jalapeno. Nice. Very nice. Enjoy, mate. Hope you have a nice trip. Hope you have a nice trip. What was we doing then? I can't remember. I need a drink. We'll try to not get liquidated in the air. Mate, just pay for the Wi-Fi. Pay for the Wi-Fi. You gotta get that Wi-Fi on a long haul flight. Gotta get that Wi-Fi. Right, so that was Sol. What should we look at? Oh, this is it, because someone mentioned Peanut. I think memes have held up quite well. I mean, look at memes. Look at memes compared to the rest of the market. You know, Bitcoin's dropping rapidly. ETH's down, Sol's down. But then look at memes. These are some of the biggest ones. They're either green or significantly green. Like, yeah, Peanut's having a big old pump. This is one that I've covered on stream a while, saying that this could be a base for Peanut forming for a rally back to the upside, and it's looking like obviously it had this big candle, then sold off the last 2 days, and then yeah, we're going again. So this is potentially coming true. We've got 1,000 rats. That's having a good day. But overall, not really much weakness. We've got WIF down 5%, but then we've got Pengu up 7%, Fartcoin's around break even, Pepe's around break even, Bonk the same, SPX not really moved. In terms of their overall direction, they're obviously horrendous. They're obviously horrendously down in terms of overall direction. But for today, they're not that bad at all, considering what's going on in the market, apart from this is horrendous, isn't it? This just gets worse and worse by the day. I can't believe that there's another 80% of this to be unlocked as well. I really feel sorry for anyone if they've been trying to catch the bottom on this. Played out, as we said. Yeah, Peanut looking really nice with from what we've covered. Is this a good time to buy, Dave? In my opinion, yes. In my opinion, yes. Good time to buy. Bring any meme for our time frame, please. Yeah, really bad, aren't they? I'm guessing you want to look at the high time frame trend. Yeah, the high time frame trend on them is really bad. But in terms of today, considering what the move that Bitcoin's had, not really too bad at all, considering not really any of them are down. Dave, what microphone are you using? The sound quality with headphones is poor. I'm not using headphones. I'm just using the same microphone that I've been using since I started streaming. What do you think about ICP? I have a 2K long open on it. I thought you had your whole net worth in Litecoin, Jackster. Let's see, I do have ICP down here somewhere. Oh, this is a difficult one, isn't it? There is a nice level. That is a really nice level. I mean, hopefully for you and the rest of the market, we don't get down there. Where would I be looking apart from that? God. Maybe around there. Let's see. Where does that come in? Maybe around, just maybe. Support, resistance. Yeah, maybe there, which to be fair, is a decent shot because it comes in directly with the lower this wick as well. So potentially, I'd say potentially maybe down to 5.6. Not really too good if we get below there. Maybe then going down to 4.7. What do we want to recover in the meantime? Well, we at least want to recover where we've been holding. Right there. So what do we want on ICP? If you're asking me, if we come down, we want a reaction from there, or we want to reclaim here and then go from there. So two immediate scenarios. Two immediate scenarios. So yeah, there we go on that. Pretty much do. TMG, how much you paid in this game? Is Sonic about to rip? Looking like a floor has been reached. A floor on Sonic has been reached, hasn't it? I think a floor on Sonic's definitely been reached from down here. Let's go and have a look at the 4-hour chart. Where would we be coming down to potentially for a retest? I could probably see in this zone here. I could probably see in this zone for Sonic. Looks pretty standard. Looks pretty standard to come in and test that, and then bounce. So, yeah. Well, let's see. Too much if you can't be asked plugging in the mic. It's not that I can't be asked doing it. I've got everything set up on it. I've got the screw. I've got everything. I just can't get on the map. Tom and Dave, even I got the new mic. Well, to be fair, I've been streaming. What have I been streaming now? October, November, December, January, February. 9 months I've been streaming. And that is the first time I've ever heard anyone say anything about the mic. So, I'll try and set it up now. No one's ever said anything about the mic before. Right. This should be pretty easy to plug in because I've got it already set up. Let me try and do it now. Right. Let's see if we can get this going. What is this? Right. Let's see. Let me see if I can plug this in now. If I can plug this in, then we might be in business. Hang on. The fuck was that? Right, let me see if this works. You guys tell me if it works or not. Right. Are we on? Right. Settings, audio. Is that it? Right. How's that? Any better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Doesn't look like really anyone can hear me through that. So sounds worse. Yeah, you can hear me now. Right, back to streaming. Recalibrate the mic, the camera. Right, where was we up to? Stonksy butt plug merch out in March. No. Hi Dave, I'm really fucked up these days. Why mate? What's up? You alright? Let me know. Yeah, very quiet. Yeah. See you, mate. Yeah, gone now. You need to do this off stream, I think. Yeah, seems like it. Seems like I'll need to do it. I don't know how far I'm going to get with doing it off my MacBook until I can get into the computer. Sounds worse. It can't be that hard. Put in a USB into a computer. I'm guessing you've never really messed with a mic before then. So switch back and spend this afternoon sorting it out. Yeah, I'll have to sort it out. TMG. I mean, it could be worse, couldn't it? I suppose you could have the police turn up at your door and then have to give them $10,000 so they don't arrest you. Yeah. Funding rate is a bit high on Bitcoin. They are, yes, Justin. How we doing, mate? Stream, Dave. Come on. I was streaming, and then I had to start messing with the mic. I was in my mojo. I was in the mojo. I was in the zone, and then I had to start messing with the mic, which has thrown me off a bit. But I will carry on now. I might smoke some grass. Altcoins, yeah, we'll carry on with the altcoins now. Everything sounds great, but I do it pretty good. Yeah, I just need to sort out the mic. The camera's fine. The camera's always been fine. Lost a lot of money. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Sorry to hear that. This feels like a bit of a trap. I think so. I think it's a trap. Dave's having a meltdown. I've made no mistakes. I think it's long on the market. I actually wasn't no. I don't trade these days anymore. The price action's horrendous. So I actually don't trade anymore. I just hold spot. I haven't traded in a good few months now. So yeah. Right. Anyway, so yeah, this is what I would probably look for on S. This is probably what I'd look for on S for the next potential move on it. Seems like it just needs a bit of a cool down, and then yeah, come into a key zone, and then potentially another leg higher, or at least a rally back towards the highs. What have we got? Anyone else? Anyway, let me give me some tickers you want me to look at in the chat. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing while we were looking at it. ETH. Yeah, so not much movement anyway since we last looked at them. Can't hear you. You should be able to hear me. You should be able to hear me. I don't know what's going on then. Tip can hear me. Cow, yes. Let's look at Cow. Cow's very interesting, isn't it? Cow's had a mega day today, and obviously I know that's one of your favorites, isn't it, Wiz? Mega candle today on Cow. Mega candle on Cow. It's interesting, isn't it? Because let's pull up a chart. Yeah, I mean, even going back to the US, the MEXC chart, it went to new lows, didn't it? But it's now deviated that low. It's now deviated that low. And yeah, strong reaction from it. You're always going to get a sell into any sort of pump like this, though, especially with the market down bad. What have we got? Yeah, you guys let me know what you want me to pull up, and we'll have a look. Please do like the stream and subscribe if you're not. If you haven't subscribed, do make sure you subscribe and follow. Orange juice, tasty short on a 1 hour for Stonksy. Is that right? Yeah, on orange juice futures. Very nice. Dave, I'm almost 1 million% sure. It's pure trolling, probably. But I don't know. No, Simon's been in the streams quite a few times. OP, yeah, let's look at OP. Let's have a look and see how. I wonder what Radium's doing actually. Yeah, Radium's just selling off. Radium had a really bad day yesterday. And yeah, it's selling off further. What do we need on OP? Well, it's pretty simple, isn't it? Obviously, the last time we looked at it, we looked at this region, previous SR. So this has obviously had a lot of support and resistance around it. When we drop below it, we come back up, and as you can see, repeatedly rejection from here. So it's dropped below. What would we want to see from here on OP? Well, obviously, it could drop to the downside more. I mean, you know, really in Goblin time is 65 cents. We could come in and fill this wick, but what do we really want to see on OP? Well, it's pretty simple for me. We need to just reclaim the zone and then back up to test this area here. So yeah, pretty simple on OP. Just literally just pull up the chart, mark out this zone. Simple high time frame SR, and then we want to flip that and then go on and then test this here. Right, we've got 15 minutes until US Open. Big thank you to those who joined today as well. I do appreciate everyone who comes back each and every day. big thank you for joining and coming back. Fear and Greed at 29. We got a bit. Yes. Yeah, I think it does seem like there's a lot of I mean, is it warranted? I suppose it probably is. With the way that the market's been, I suppose the fear probably is warranted given how bad altcoins have been. We will be ringing the bell. Bitcoin is going up before open. I think this is prime for just a day like this. So one that we had not too long ago. I can't remember exactly what caused this. I can't remember. I can't remember what caused this. I feel like was that DeepSeek, or I can't remember what it was. But potentially, if we're going to be bullish, a day like this, just creating a big long lower wick, and then definitely closing back inside the range low would be considered. This would then just be classed as a liquidation wick like this was. And then what did we get from that? We got a strong rally to the upside. So potentially we've took enough to the downside now to give a reaction back to the upside. Sol 150. I think Sol 160 is what we're looking at. So Sol 160 is the next key level to the upside. Nikola Motors is a funny chart. $800. I think we've looked at that. I think what was the one that we looked at with Wiz? What was the one we looked at with? Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Nikola Corporation. Yeah, that's the one we looked at this on stream with Wiz the other week. SMFC down 99.98%. Incredible. Sorry for making money by shorting Bitcoin. Mate, you've got to make money any way that you can. Solana has been making lower circuits since this year started on the weekly chart. Meme coins get short like 7. Yeah, that's true. But however, meme coins are actually decent today, to be fair. Altcoins haven't had that much of a bad reaction, I don't think. I don't think altcoins have had that much of a bad reaction to this dump that they have recently. If this happened a couple of weeks ago, we would see altcoins down 10, 15, 20%. But in terms of the meme sector, a lot of them are actually green today or barely affected, which is good. Sol 120 before 160. I think it depends on what happens with Bitcoin, doesn't it? It depends on what happens with Bitcoin. Everyone lost money, mate. Down another 20% today. Yeah, it'll get delisted, that won't it? My Novo Nordisk's position is beginning to look nice. Want to keep an eye on his RX ahead of Nvidia earnings. Bought it over Christmas. Yeah, we covered that, didn't we, on Friday when you was on, mate? Stonksy caught a beautiful long on a 1 hour fix. That's interesting, that, isn't it? VIX asset isn't actually a tradable asset. To my knowledge, anyway. Have you done a poll? I haven't done a poll, actually. Well remembered, say, with crypto. Let's see. Let me see. Short on Bitcoin, Art Melania, Jasmine. What, already? I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's up to you. I wouldn't be freshly opening shorts here. I think it's really dangerous position. But yeah, let me know what else we should look at anyway. What should we look at? Let's have a look at TRX, because that's always an interesting one. Obviously, it had that mega candle, didn't it? But it's pretty much just ranged. It's been quite strong compared to most, really. Obviously, it's had a very slow bleed down. But in terms of like finding a bottom, in terms of finding a bottom, then yeah, it's holding support here. So yeah, TRX looking good. Obviously retesting support. If it breaks below where we're going to head to, probably down. I kind of like the idea. That looks like a nice level, but maybe up here. Maybe here first. Probably there. Would it go that low? Who knows? But yeah, if it does break down. Since when Crypto Bro started using lick sweeps, I thought it was gate kept to 4x. No, I mean lick sweeps. What do you mean? Why would you not use liquidity sweeps? Why would you not use liquidity sweeps? On Bitcoin, yeah, wouldn't really acquire it to anything else, especially with the current market that we're in. Up is my hoping vote for today. I do actually think we're going up today. I think the ETS will eat this dip. I think the ETS will eat this dip, but we'll see. Now, what's happening? This is really interesting with what's developing on Link. We came back into $15 and have smashed below. This looks like the next test for Link here. I think Link's probably going to come down to here. This is just priming it for SR. Support, resistance, flip back to support. So these are what I'm keeping an eye on Link. I had this marked out yesterday and we've smashed through that. I'm just going to go to the toilet. Do make sure in the meantime you drop a like, subscribe, and follow. I'm just going to go to the toilet before we have US Open, so I'll be back in a second. Do sign up to BLOFIN as well. That is the first link in the description. Right, I'm back, ready for the open. I'll set up the screen in a second. Just let me try and get the camera back focused on me. Right, we are good to go. Wasn't there a sailor announcement too yesterday? Right before the open, that was. Let's get the setup done anyway. Let's pull up the minute chart. Right, where are we at to with the poll? So 57%, so just over half. Think that we're going up. Yeah, I think this is just a. You are right, 41A. I think this is just a liquidation event, isn't it, more than anything? The bell. I do have it ready, mate. I do. I have it ready. Germany went into its zone. Did it? I imagine it did. I imagine it went right into its zone. We'll have a look at Jasmine after the open. You got 35 seconds. Are vapes supposed to hit? Hit what? Big ass work on the S&P 6 minute. Yeah, it's going right to the upside, isn't it? It's pumping pre-market, leading into the open. I got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are open for business, I suppose. Let's see what we're gonna get. It's gonna be interesting, isn't it? You gotta get a bigger bell, mate. It's where do I put it though? Like, where do I suppose I could put it under my desk. But what type of bell? Like, what one that you just like ding, ding, ding? I got this bell. I got this bell because it's just nice and small and it fits on my desk. Like, it just goes on my desk, nice and easy. Doesn't take up too much room. You need a gong. Yeah, everyone keeps saying a gong. That bell is weenie. Got you on mute. Whilst in a meeting. I'll send you a link. I suppose I could have a look. I'll have a look around for some other bells, maybe. Right, what are we getting today? We're getting a sell-off on Bitcoin and the S&P. Now, I think this is expected going into the open because people naturally think, right, we're going to open and then we're just going to carry on to the downside. I think that's probably like the instinct reaction from people. But I actually do think throughout the session, maybe we just bait around here for like the first 30 minutes or so. But I think throughout the session, we probably do go. I personally, I'm leaning to the upside. Just because of where we're at. Like, it's kind of like a do or die place, and it not for today, unless things got a lot worse. But particularly for like the weekly chart, it's kind of in like a do or die place. So I think if you go into lean bullish and you think that we've still got more legs in this cycle, I think like you just have to be bullish at this point, don't you? Because it's not really the place to turn bearish. I don't think. If you've been bullish up to this point and now you're turning bearish here, what's the point? Um, 109k was the place to turn bearish. But yeah. Well, anything really around 106 in it for the daily closes. You know, when we was getting the constant sell-offs around 106, that was the kind of the place to hedge. Bull div on the 1 hour, 24 minute, 12 minute, all this fear and panic. I think it's right for me back up. Yeah, I think so. I think this is the point. Because what happens when you get moves like this? So let's just discuss a bit of psychology here, because this is obviously a good point. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe. But let's just discuss a bit of psychology here. When you get moves like this, right? Particularly ones that have fallen out of a high time frame range like this. So you'll have people. Let me just turn off Stonksy for a second. You'll have people that are bullish the whole range. You'll have people that are bullish the whole range. Bullish on taps down here. Oh, we're holding the range low. Bullish here. Yeah. Then, as soon as you get a sell-off like this, this is when people start to get really emotional and reactionary. So then you'll get people that were bullish the whole time, and then they'll start turning bearish here or here right now, because we've had a bit of a downside move. And then that is what then builds the bottom shorters and the bottom liquidity that then drive the move back to the upside. There is obviously the fact that we've dropped out the range, but we have just come into this consolidation. It's not the end of the world. And we are currently trying to battle with just putting a swing failure pattern in of this wick. And even a sweep of 85, as long as we held above, wouldn't be the end of the world. You need these liquidation moves, especially after long consolidation. You need these liquidation moves to the downside to, one, grab the liquidity to the bottom, and two, to make people give up or make people revenge short or whatever it is. It's all pretty much just a game of psychology at this point. So yeah, that's where we're at. Do you think ETH could have a good long if we get there around 2380? Let's see where I drawn out before. Yeah. I think anything in this zone is kind of good. if we break down, then yeah, the kind of line in the sand for me is if we have a look at the daily chart on ETH, is these two. So we got this wick, obviously this big wick here. This is kind of like the line in the sand, I think. But again, we never closed below for a daily close. We did here, but then quickly got back above. It would have to be like a big liquidation event if we was to go down there. And again, you know, good daily absorption. But yeah, that's where we're at anyway. Right, drop me some more altcoins in the chat you want me to look at. Drop me some more altcoins that you want me to look at in the chat, and we'll look at some more. How is mode looking? I'll have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, right, okay. So that is, let me pull up a different chart. There's not really much to say about. I think if we was to recover sort of that level, then we'd be looking all right. But to me, it looks like it's just going to new lows, I think. There's nothing, and this is on the MEXC chart as well. So I don't know if there's maybe more data somewhere else, but it looks like it's just going to new lows. Which is a pretty aggressive sell-off, isn't it? From, stay there, you know, a month ago, down 84% in a month. Jasmine, yeah, we'll have a look at Jasmine. We'll have a look at FET. Oh no, not the boiled chicken again. Let's have a look at. I just want to check something. Hang on. Hang on a second. Right, that's fine. Altcoins are so savage, especially in this market. This has been really, really savage, hasn't it? How many Bitcoin maxes were born yesterday? I think this cycle's probably born a lot of Bitcoin maxis, to be honest, 41A. Me personally, I've gone Bitcoin maxi. Not in terms of my holdings, because there's just no point, is there, now? But especially for next cycle, definitely Bitcoin maxi, 100%. What did someone want us to look at? Was it Jasmy and Fet? Yeah, let's have a look at Jasmy first. Is Jasmy? Oh yeah, so Jasmy's come back into the range low for obviously anyone interested, and we are still riding that wedge, aren't we? Too, which is pretty incredible, really. Like that is a massive, massive falling wedge. So for anyone obviously that's been watching Jasmy with me on stream, we are into really, really high time frame SR now. So this is the point. I mean, it's had good reaction so far, hasn't it? But this is kind of do or die now for Jasmy. You know, we look at if we zoom out, where would we be going to if it dipped from here? We'd be going into here, wouldn't we? Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So yeah, something to watch out for sure. I mean, the risk reward is here, innit? You know, if you're going to take a punt on Jasmy, it's at the bottom of the falling wedge. It came into high time frame support. So this is where, you know, you sort of take the risk on it, I think. Dave, tell us a story of your childhood. No. No, I don't think I will. But yeah, Jasmy looking really good. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you're new as well. Appreciate everyone coming in today. I do apologise about the interruption before with the microphone and stuff like that. I'll try and get that sorted. We won't be doing that on stream again. So yeah, I do apologise about that if you were sat there waiting while I was having to try and deal with the microphone. Nerds don't have stories. Who said I was a nerd? Who said I was a nerd? But yeah, Jasmy, yeah, again, yeah, into high time frame support and the falling wedge. What's wrong with being a nerd, Dave? Nothing. Nothing. There was ICT that called me one. All I said was, who said I was a nerd? Nothing wrong with being a nerd. Much nicer people, nerds, aren't they? If you want to call someone a nerd, but you know, generally, if you class someone as a nerd, generally they're very nice people. Nicer than most, anyway. Right, what are we looking into next? I don't know. What do you want me to look? Oh, FET, wasn't it? FET we were having a look at. Let's have a look at FET. I didn't actually, no. I didn't. I didn't actually do that well. I'd say you probably did all right in school. I was probably just like average. And then college, I actually failed college. So no, I think that's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black there, isn't it? It's kind of a case of the pot calling the kettle black. I think you probably look like you sat at home all day studying, to be honest. as opposed to me. But then there we go. I don't know. Can you look at PAL? I can do that for you. Let me look at FET first. Let's have a look at FET. Right, okay, I need a different chart. Hang on. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's loaded. Right. Okay. Right. I think that's a level of interest for sure. Big level of interest as well. High time frame resistance. It was also key in this region as well as support. Resistance again, then flips to support. Do you know what? I look at FET and I do think that's probably prime to go down to that level. I think that's a key retest level. That if I'm looking at that, I'm probably thinking that is a key retest level. So it's tough in it, but I mean, I think if it did get there, I think that probably does give a decent bounce. Again, it might. It's not to say it goes down there. It might not go down there. It might bounce here. You know, potentially like here. You know, this was again a key point, wasn't it? You know, that was resistance. Then it flips to support, gets back below, gets back above. Again, it might bounce from 57. But I think in terms of like risk reward, 48 looks very nice. But again, you know, it might bounce from 57. Maybe you could build a low leverage DCA position, you know, if you're already not in. Starting from here downwards if it gets there. Maybe that's potentially one to look at. Let's look at PAL anyway. Bitcoin dipping again. Cheers. Yeah, no worries, mate. Anything for you guys. Can you look into the future? Oh, pretty bad, isn't it, for PAL? Pretty bad. Have we got? That's on MEXC. Things normally go on MEXC first, don't they? So I don't know if any other exchange will give better info on it. I remember PAL because I held PAL. I did like a 7x on it and then sold it off. This was going back to in 2023, moving into 2024. But yeah, let's have a look on Dex Tools actually, because we'll get a better thing going. I know for a fact it's on there. Let's go and have a look on Dex Tools. At the moment, not looking so good for PAL at all, is it? Well, if I type in USDT on there. Okay, that's definitely not the right pairing. This is it. This is more like it. Here we go. Right, let's see. Okay, yeah, right, okay. Yeah, this is more like it. We can see something much better here. Right, so I think we are probably coming down to that level again, aren't we? And again, that's a simple retest of it. I'll show you where I bought around, I think it was in September sometime. I didn't catch the bottom of this. I think it was on the way down. It was probably around here, I imagine. And then sold it all the way up here somewhere. And then obviously missed this consolidation and then the massive leg higher. But I did get a decent profit out of it. But yeah, to me, it looks like it's a Dex Tools job for you to look at it, because it doesn't look like the exchange ones on TradingView have got the back data, which they haven't. So if we come and have a look, you can see clear demand here, support. again here on this big. This was when they put that proposal out, weren't it? Again here, strong support. So once it comes into that 0.1 level, yeah, I suppose that's your risk reward then. Total to market down to 1 trillion, then we pump. Let's have a look where is total 2 then. Oh, we are going further down on Bitcoin, aren't we? Yeah, not too much more to go. Pretty much down to the wick, innit? Down to the wick. And we probably get down to the wick on a lot of altcoins as well. I think it looks like we're going to sweep 85, doesn't it? It looks like we're going to sweep 85. Bad Bitcoin, yeah. Bad Bitcoin indeed. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. We have got good viewership today as well. 57 views on YouTube, which is, we do normally get this when it's when the market's having a bad day. My life savings aren't looking very safe. To be fair, you're still in a profit, aren't you? To be fair, Jackster, you're still in a profit. You bought Litecoin at 80. So you're still in, you know, you've got all the way down here. You did go nearly 2x, didn't you? You did go nearly 2x. Well, you're like 3/4, yeah. You would have went up to about 140k, something like that. Thing with Litecoin is it's still, just zoom out, mate. Just zoom out on the daily chart on Litecoin. It's still in its range. It's still in its range, Litecoin. I mean, really, we only want to get concerned on Litecoin if it breaks below 98. If it breaks below 98, then yeah, there's cause for concern there. But until then, we've got persistent demand coming in at the 98 level, which was resistance. So nice SR level, and yeah, strong demand at there. So I think at the moment, just zoom out a bit and just focus on the daily chart and watch. If it gets down here, watch for a reaction at 98. That'll be telling. Obviously, like I said, looking at the range that it's in, it doesn't want to lose 98. Dave, do you hold any long-term position with low leverage? Example 2x or only in spot? At the moment, mate, I'm only in spot. I haven't been trading really. I haven't really been trading, so only in spot at the moment. Lick heat map shows remarkably little to sweep between here and 85. Yeah, there's not really much to the downside. Is the math from this point? A load of it is to the up. You think ETH will go lower? If so, how far? So yeah, structurally on ETH, on a high time frame anyway, so this is on the daily chart. We need to hold this level. We need to hold this zone. If we don't, then there's two things we're going to potentially come into interaction with. The diagonal, which again would be its first hit since October 23. So, you know, nearly a year and a half would be its first hit. Well, I actually tell I hit it here. It hit it here on the liquidation event. And then we also have a key horizontal level at 2,100, which was when we had the touchdown on this at the bottom of this wick, and then this wick here. So I think, yeah, it's at the moment it's all right where it is. But if we lose this zone, we want to bounce off the diagonal, or very last resort, bounce off 2,100. That's where we're at. Got to head off, buddy, in a bit. Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for joining. Big thank you to everyone else who's joined today as well. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, if you haven't already, do make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It's a dark day, isn't it? It's a dark day. But just remember, no matter what sort of position you're in, we will wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin will be trading still. So whatever happens today, we can still always come back tomorrow and we can reevaluate to see what's happened. But this is, it's gonna, I think, closing the daily below here, there's going to be a lot of supply I put here. There's still plenty of time to turn it around, but yeah. Wonder if Taylor's starting to sweat yet. Well, the thing is, we can see his entry, can't we? Now, when you pull up the daily chart, you can see his entries. Entries here, like 66k. His entries like 66k. I mean, I would just be pissed because he bought 2 billion worth up here, which is now 10% down on. You can't not be annoyed at that, can you? But this is what we've talked about on stream. He raises the money and then fires it in straight away instead of keeping some dry powder to the side in case something like this happens where he can take advantage of it and lift the market a bit. Like the amount of money that he's put into the market in this range is unbelievable. He must have bought anywhere between 10 and 15 billion, mustn't he, in this range? And now we've just completely just fell out of it. I think we're going to sweep this 85k wick, to be honest. But we'll have to see. I doubt so. He probably doesn't care, to be honest. He probably doesn't care, but he'll be made to care if his investors want the money back. I don't know the terms behind the convertible notes, whether they can request it before the maturity date or not. But yeah, what will happen when we sweep 85k? Well, we want to bounce. We don't want it. We need it to bounce. This is imperative. Like I said before, going down here is a very dangerous game. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They could always, coding Crypto Fitness, they could always move to just announcing it every quarter, couldn't they? They don't need to announce exactly when they've bought every single time. They could hold it back for the financial results. They just choose to announce that they've bought after each time. They could keep it back to themselves until the quarter financial results are done. But yeah, I don't know. Once US loaded, XRP case will be dropped. What if Sailor shorts every time he tweets? What if he longs every time he knows MicroStrategy's buying? I imagine maybe potentially he does. I don't know. But yeah, big thank you to everyone who's joined today. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe. And yeah, we'll obviously be coming back. Make sure you do come back for tomorrow's stream because it'd be interesting to see what sort of position we're in as opposed to today. So yeah, big thank you to that. And I'll catch you all later. Have a great day.